What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Megan, ShowUp fitness instructor, down in the beautiful La Jolla, California. As you guys already know, I also teach our NASM course for our online internship, Tuesdays at 5 p.m. So if you're trying to pass that NASM CPT 6th or 7th edition, hit me up and I got you. Now today, we're going to be going over planes of motion. Woo, fun stuff. But before we get to that, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And of course, you can follow me on Instagram at active ACT7VE, as well as at ShowUp Fitness and at ShowUp Fitness Internship. All right, now let's get to it. There's going to be 3 planes of motion. The first plane of motion is going to be sagittal. Sagittal is going to divide the body into left and right halves, and it's going to have 2 actions. Flexion, seen at the humerus, extension, also at the humerus. You'll see it at the elbow, flexion, I go up, extension back down. You'll see it at the hip as well, flexion up, extension back, and lastly at the knee, flexion up, extension back. Now sagittal is going to be the most commonly used plane that we do through our daily activities. Think when you're getting up from a chair, when you're walking, running, going up and down stairs, all of that is taking place in this sagittal plane. Now some common exercises you can do in the sagittal plane are going to be your squats, your RDLs, curls for the girls, tries for the guys, or my ladies out there, tries for some fries, am I right? And of course, we have the classic chin up. So that's sagittal plane, flexion, extension. The second plane is going to be frontal. Frontal is going to divide the body into anterior, in front, and posterior, behind halves. Think of all of this as the frontal plane. It's also going to have 2 actions. You're going to see abduction, bring away from the body's midline, and adduction, adding back to the body's midline. You'll see at the humerus as well as at the hip. Common exercises for those, of course, will be your classic jumping jacks, your lat raises, and your little band walks. All those fun stuff. Now the third and final plane is going to be transverse. Transverse is going to divide the body into superior above and inferior below halves. So think of anything rotation-wise as a transverse plane. Now the transverse plane is actually going to have 4 actions. It's going to have horizontal abduction away from the body's midline and horizontal adduction back to the body's midline. You'll also see external and internal rotation when we look at the humerus. External opening up, external opening up there, and internal rotation at the humerus, coming in, coming in. You'll also see it at the hip here, external rotation, internal rotation. Now transverse plane is going to be the plane of motion that we most likely or most commonly get our injuries from. And why is that? Well, rarely do we train in this plane of motion. Like I said, sagittal is the most common thing we do throughout our daily activities. So transverse is when you kind of get in those weird situations and you don't know what to do. Now some exercises for the transverse plane are going to be reverse flies, chest flies. If you didn't know it, the bench press, horizontal adduction. You'll also see it, ladies, with your band, the clams, external rotation there. So like I mentioned, 3 planes of motion, sagittal, frontal, transverse. If you were confused with those or the actions that take place in that, I highly advise you to take our internship in person here in La Jolla, California. We also have Santa Monica, West Hollywood, but don't worry if you can't make it in person. We are online. We can reach you wherever you're at in the world. It doesn't matter. We have people already in Italy, Dubai, Ireland. We're expanding. So don't feel like you have to come in person in order to learn and become the best personal trainer out there. Like I said, our goal is to reach as many of you as we can so we can help you get into the fitness industry feeling confident and knowing what to do. Now, like I said, don't forget, like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're trying to see me again, all right? And like I said, follow me on Instagram at active ACT7VE, as well as at ShowUp Fitness, at ShowUp Fitness Internship, as well as find us online, www.showupfitness.com. Last thing, all you guys got to do is show up, all right? It's your girl, Megan, out of here.